Good evening and welcome to Obidati Family TV. The program where you dey watch now Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day. Today will be Sunday, the 16th day of July 2023. We come because plenty things they happen even for election petition tribunal. Plenty they happen. Yesterday when we come, I tell on I say court they see today will be even today. And Labour Party they court today. And plenty good news come out from that very side because court yesterday order INEC for substituted service. Made them serve them through substituted means. And they must bring BVAS. And it go happen today will be Sunday. And finally, good news they then carry BVAS come and certify true copies of those things. Then carry and come. And again, another news they come out from Zamfara electoral, within the column. The INEC collation officer don't talk say officials from headquarters tell and say make him no use the results where they give them from polling units. It talk say make them give them, make him for collect results where they from their server. We go bring that one also come. Plus our PO talk say hope they alive on a new Nigeria. And plenty things where in talk for Abuja. Now the things where they for this hour where would they bring. So make una no come out, make we day. So as an person where they do this show with me now, Juliet from UK. Now all of us they love our mind for waiting they happen and how PO take talk for Abuja and waiting they happen this tribunal. Now me and she go the Vano they go. Make we start with as PO take start that thing for Abuja. Then from there we go they go straight to other things where they. So make we see waiting our His Excellency P2B as he take tell us say hope they are alive when they address people for Abuja.
Shown in various studies that what differentiates development and non-development is the education. It's the foundation. Even when you go and people tell you about measure of development being hinged on Human Development Index, and I tell you it is health, education, and per capita income. I'll tell you, of all these three, health is about education. If you don't have an educated society, you can't have a healthy society. You can't put people out of poverty. This morning as I was coming here, I met people who told me they work for development experts. They're working all over Nigeria in 13 states. And I said to them, what do you think is the problem with insecurity in Nigeria? And when they tried to elucidate that to me, I said to them, it is simply hang on poverty. The more you pull people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. And you can't do that unless you invest in education. The more people are educated, the more they're able to put themselves out of poverty. So investment in education is critical. So for me, if I have opportunity, education will have the highest amount of in our budget because that is the way key. Our teachers will be celebrated. Mr. Akim Bedero from St. Michael's School in Abeokuta in Ogun State, who won the Cambridge Dedicated Teacher Award, beating 99 other countries and 11,000 entries. I can tell you, Nigerians did not know that happened. And we are busy giving national award to those who have stolen the country dry. We're busy giving national award to those who should not be part of us. And we are not celebrating the teacher who won such award. This is time to celebrate those we are supposed to celebrate.
So we don't hear how our PO take talk. A talk say na education go carry plenty budgets when the new Nigeria resumes, and plenty other things when talk for there. But we will come back to the other things where you talk, where you go hear about knowing your schoolmates. You talk about certificates. You talk about many things where we say leaders need to possess. You talk well for those things. But make I no go too far with that one. Make Madam Juliet for Chukamat for this one. Make we begin to go to the court matters before we come back to PO other topics. Madam Juliet, waiting how you take see the talk where PO talk for Abuja.
Yeah, thank you. You see, one thing with PO, not because I like him anyway or because of who he is, but he always talks sense. Anywhere he is, anywhere where he go, it dey make sense with all his talk. With the little ones we are doing here now, he talked about education, talked about teachers, you know. And another thing where I know say they always embark on is healthcare. You understand? And it's like what is happening now in Nigeria is happening again. It's like merry-go-round. They recycle all over again. After 8 years of Buhari, another one don't enter now who they put there as the president. He's still doing even worse than Buhari, just few months that he's there. He don't they borrow money now for consumption, not for production, which is what Peter Obi is always talking about. All this money where they borrow up and down, what are they using it for? Is very important. Like I read in the news that the money that they borrowed now, they want to give 8,000 naira to 12 million poor families. How do fit identify the poorest family in Nigeria that money will really go to? Another one, they said they are giving senators 70 billion. If senators that they are not even up to 500 people there, they are collecting 70 billion for them just to settle down in their workplace. You can imagine what they are giving to these poor families. Giving the money is not even the issue. The issue is that they should do something with that money that they are borrowing now. Like I read in the news, some people were saying that all these local refineries, why not them really invest in it so that they can be refining our oil here, doing everything there in this country, in this Nigeria, and sell the oil there. Because the Dangote they are waiting for, I don't know what is the way ahead for that Dangote refinery. It hasn't even started. And they don't even, they don't say they start since May, before Buhari left. But he has not started doing anything. You know, so all this thing is still coming back again, and it's going to hurt us one way or the other. It's like we are not learning from our past mistakes. Nobody is learning. Not even the leaders, they are learning. They still want to continue that consumption, borrowing for consumption, not for production, which will not go right well with us, especially people that are really suffering. No food, everything is increasing every day. Okay, imagine him declaring state of emergency for food security. Why can't he declare state of emergency for security? Security is the number one thing. If there is no security, we will go to the farm to make the food for people to eat. That should be his number one priority, not be the declaring state of emergency for food security. And that money they want to share is baseless. To me, my opinion is baseless. It will not help anybody. Are we going to continue borrowing money to be given to the poor people in Nigeria? How long are we going to keep on doing that? What is it going to benefit us? We should do something with it that will benefit us in the long run. You understand? That is, I'm just confused. I don't tire for Nigeria. God help us.
Yes,
God help us in
yes.
this country, honestly.
Thank you. God go help us. God go help us. Many things where PO, you go even hear other things where PO talk for where in the talk. You know, say anywhere where you carry microphone and where people dey, you go want tell them how that new Nigeria go take work. So all this one where you talk, you go correct them. even the 70 billion where you talk, if the senators share them and all the House members, now around 150 million, you go reach all of them. Yet now 8,000, then won't give household, where we say it go be like 5 people for the house. But now one person now go get 150 million. But that one, make we keep that one aside because PO go correct them. Make we see waiting they happen for court, where that INEC person, the returning officer, say, then tell and say, make him know, use the results, and from headquarters, then tell him. So that very one, he say, INEC headquarters asked me to declare results different from the one I collated. That is the returning officer, they tell Zamfara governorship tribunal. Now, that very person where they talk, now, INEC returning officer for Maradun local government area of Zamfara state during their state governorship election. Dr. Ahmad Kanu has claimed that the officials of the commission instructed him not to present the result sheets he collated from the ward collation officers, but from the server of the electoral body, which they said is authentic. Means say, then tell and say, make you leave the things where we say them bring for them, then come give them another access for their server, make it for collect the one where we say, you know, be the real thing where come out from polling units. According to him, there was tension during the collation exercise at Maradun, adding that the divisional police officer mandated him to hasten the process as bandits were in transit to that area. Kainua made this disclosure day before, it will be Friday, during the resumed hearing of the case involving the past governor of the state, Bello Mohammed Matawale, and the incumbent governor, Daud Alawal, before the state governorship election petition tribunal. Kainua, who is among 19 witnesses Matawale presented to prove his petition against Lawadare, identified the result sheet he collected from the ward collation officer he supervised, which was part of the exhibits in evidence. However, he also identified that the server that INEC headquarters asked him to bring the one that is from the server, that is the one that he should announce. During cross-examination by the respondent's counsel, Chief Solomon Akomasan, the witness testified that different figures were generated and identified different from the ones he produced. The tribunal chairperson, Justice Cordelia, adjourned that matter for July 19, which will be next tomorrow, for Lawal and PDP to open their defense. Now, so that one come out for there. The major thing where we won't make obedience for understand why these things they happen in different places. Now, some of these things they happen for our own place. The person will be INEC returning collation officer. You tell and say, make you no use a result where in officer don't collate come, make you go for server. Go collect the one where they for server. Where you know where it come out from. Now so that one tell court. Madam Juliet, make you help me talk your mind, chook your mouth for inside. What do you feel about this one? How INEC wuru. But this one be say na their own person, their own collation officer say na for server. Then say may go collect results. Make you no mind the one where then carry come from their own officers where go for different polling units, go bring results come. What do you think?
Yes. First of all, if not the rascality that is happening in Nigeria, this man they called the Enugu, this thing happened in Enugu, isn't it, Mr. Chidi?
No, Zamfara.
This
one is Zamfara.
Okay, it happened in Zamfara. Yeah, if not for the rascality that is happening, all these people have to just resign with dignity. But still, they will still they go in. That is why I like the Western world. If it's the Western world now, with all this shameful act and behavior, therefore don't resign gracefully and with dignity. But with Nigeria, I don't know what is wrong with Nigerians, with African, in fact. They keep on fighting it, even while they know that they are wrong. They are even digging their own grave. They keep on digging that grave until they go out away from that place with shame and disgrace, which is very, very bad and painful. Honestly. Okay, INEC is the cause of this problem we are having in Nigeria today. INEC is supposed to be an independent organization, isn't it? But the way they are behaving these days, they behave as if they are party members or they belong to one party or the other. They are supposed to put things right. Even when they've made the mistake initially, they found out that, we're not there for us again. We either do the right thing now or we really put ourselves in a big mess. They still keep on doing the same mistake again, even in the court, which is so painful. Somebody was telling me that, Nigeria chose this man as the president. I said, no, Nigeria never did. It's INEC that put him there. And INEC put us in this bad situation. If they had done the right thing, follow their rules, their regulation, their guidelines, peace for don't dey Nigeria. We for don't know who win genuinely, even if na APC win, even if na PDP win, even if na Labour Party win, then we for don't know who genuinely win, where we accept, and we'll be happy with whoever we choose and is there. But the way INEC is behaving is so alarming. Okay, now, all these INEC officials should be sacked. Are they even what are they going to do again now in Nigeria to make things right? Are they going to do another election? These same people? It's going to be so disastrous, even more disastrous than the one they've done before. Or who is going to sack them? Nobody is going to sack them, because the people in power now are the people that really benefited from all these INEC people. So who is going to do the right thing now except the judiciary? Even at that case in Zamfara, I just pray that the judiciary see through their lies and do the right thing. Because like I always say, I still have hope in the judiciary. Now them be the last hope for the common man. Now them be the last hope for we Nigerians now. So the ball now is on their court. Because if they did not do the right thing, it's either they make Nigeria stay as one, or they make Nigeria break up to go their different ways. So they need to put the INEC ass together by doing the right thing, because everything they are bringing out to court is so clear. It's so clear. Even a blind man will know that these people are lying through their teeth. So the judiciary should please, we are begging them. Nigerians are begging them. Everybody now is begging them, because they are the one on trial now. Eyes are on the judiciary. They need to do the right thing for peace to reign in Nigeria and for there to be one Nigeria. You understand? So that's just what I have to say. Because that INEC official that came there, okay, he came there and they said he shouldn't say what is the right thing, that he should go and say the wrong thing. He is following others. You are not going to blame him. He went there, he's following others. He don't have that guts to stand on the right thing, like that woman from woman that declared Mr. Oti the governor. That woman stood her guts. Okay. Yeah, the woman stood her guts in Abia, and he got praises. You see, it got praises. When you do the right thing, people will applaud you. They will praise you. Your name will be written for life. People will have it in their hearts. But when you don't do the right thing, course will always be going after you. Not only you, your family, your children, they will still receive that course one way or the other. But that woman that stood her ground and did the right thing, up to today, people are still saying good things about her. That is just, why can't we learn from all these bad things? Why can't we learn and do the right thing and be truthful just for once in our life? It will benefit us in the long run. You understand? But I don't know why they don't want to do the right thing.
In a new Nigeria, things will change.
I pray.
And we are approaching that new Nigeria. It is the reason why I bring this thing for obedience to see worldwide is for some people where still they get their doubts. May they no get doubt again. INEC, they very, very corrupt. Now their own officer carrying own mouth talk. say, then tell and say, make it collect information from their server, make it no take the information where other people will say they are assigned to go polling units bring come and now collect results. So instead of collecting what came from that very place, he begin this, he go collect the one way there for server. Now, me and you know, say that server, no accreditation, 9 feet come for that very place. The results, no, they go for that very place. Because even before the election, INEC talk say they no go send results to that very place in real time. They talk am. Say na EC8A forms, now then go scan, go send for IRF when they no even do am for presidential. Anyway, make we dey comot from that election tribunal, make we enter another one. That one, another better news dey for there. That one na for Enugu. You know, say yesterday, when I come, I tell una say, they waiting them talk say, make them come, bring come, INEC, make them come. The BVAS, they no carry and come. But the argument we can enter for that very court, plenty. As the thing take plenty, nine then come begin the talk say other things go happen. That is rowdiness can disrupt, can erupt for inside the court for there. So and again today we be say na Sunday where then talk say make the thing continue. Nine kasala again burst. But make I bring them as then take a position and for me. They said the tribunal had earlier issued a subpoena ordering the Enugu REC to bring before the court the BVAS machine used for the March 18 governorship election. When the case came up on Saturday, that is that yesterday, the petitioners' counsel led by Varelia Azinge San, who appeared with Chief Alexander Ejesieme San, among others, drew the attention of the tribunal to the subpoena issued on the Enugu REC and inquired as to whether or not he was in court. At this very point, Azinge asked the court to allow Ejesieme to take over the proceedings. Now, this Ejesieme asked the counsel to the first respondent, which is INEC, whether the subpoena witness was in court. In response, the INEC counsel, Hyacinth Okoli, said, "Unfortunately, my lord, the subpoena was not served on the REC as stated, as required by law. The law is so specific about subpoena service, citing Order 20, Rule 23 of the Federal High Court Rules 2009, which provides that a subpoena shall be served personally unless the court orders that same be served by substituted means in extreme cases," he said. The REC was ordered to be served with the subpoena, and he is always in the office, my lord. My submission is that whom the subpoena was served on is not the REC, but one Grace Onoha, a legal officer with INEC. Now, going further, Okoli said, "I urge my lord to set aside the service of the subpoena served on Grace Onoha. There is no evidence that the REC evaded service, and the tribunal did not make an order for substituted service on Grace Onoha. The said subpoena has been returned to the tribunal in the company of a letter and affidavit. We urge the Honorable Tribunal to set aside service of this subpoena on Grace Onoha." Similarly, Chief Alex Iziom San, counsel to the respondent, held the same position. In a counter-argument, the petitioner's lawyer, Ejesieme, told the tribunal that the letter and the affidavit returning the subpoena was served on him a few seconds ago. Just a few seconds while they were in court. Now, relying on points of law, Ejesieme said, "I will be relying on the same Order 20, Rule 23 of the Federal High Court Rules 2009, and I urge my lords to make an order for a substituted service on Grace Onoha. I also will be relying on a similar order made by this tribunal on EPT/003, where the tribunal gave a similar order that the subpoena be served on the counsel. it is this ruling. The tribunal chaired by Justice K.M. Kanu held that the circumstances surrounding the return of the subpoena and the fact that the petitioner had just tomorrow, being Sunday, which is the 16th day of July, today, 2023, to conclude their case, warrants granting of the application. It granted the order for substituted service and ordered that the subpoena be served on Grace Onoha, who is a legal officer in the Enugu office of INEC. Now, so it take happen for Enugu. So now, that yesterday, then talk say they must appear today, will be Sunday. That the tribunal is going to see today, and the tribunal have sat, and that's why we are back here. So now, what happened today in court? I want our our producer to put on for screen, make on us see many things happen. As those as INEC by fire by force carry BVAS come, carry certified true copies come. As for the, make I tell on a waiting there for that very screen, just for this thing. Maybe tomorrow I go explain and where because today is a Sunday. Now, this here is the certified true copies of the BVAS accreditation data. And from ECHC, that is the local government area collation form from INEC server for Kanu East local government in Enugu State. Then on the BVAS, they have 15,000 plus were accredited to vote. Recall, 15,000 plus accredited to vote. On this form ECHC, accredited voters become equals to 33,000 plus accredited voters. From 15,000 that is on BVAS, they now saw 33,000 plus. Total vote cast, 19,000 plus. You can imagine. Now, it means automatically that when BVAS have 15, you can't exceed the 15,000 as total vote cast. But here, you have on that form as 19,000 plus. Now, this BVAS accreditation is from the INEC directly. This form ECHAC is also from there. This clearly shows that it is overvoting that they used in winning Labour Party in that Kanu East. The decider of Enugu State happens to become Kanu East. It's the same Kanu East that they PDP produced more than 30,000 votes. And then Abuja reviewed it through Mahmoud Yakubu, reviewed it to 16,000. Now it is showing that the total vote cast there now, instead of that 16 that Mahmoud said they should use, is 19 that their own certified copy is having. It's really quite unfortunate today. So much for INEC that up till now, I really don't know what Mahmoud is still sitting there for. You can see all of this on your screen. I will make out time to go through this very document one by one and bring out the figures as they are being shown. And that will be for another day. Because today, once I received this document, as you can see the date, it came out today from the court. I just need to let obedience know that Labour Party is on the right track. That all this information coming from the court today, it went well. And Labour Party in Enugu State has closed their case, and except they are given a chance, which the court said that they are not going to give them. But the important thing is that they have proved a point. And that wreck that they wanted to send to prison has finally, he didn't come to court the way it seemed, but the evidence was produced because they were under subpoena they served under substituted means before they were able to get these things happen. INEC continue to hide the results, just like what happened on our presidential one. I know it's the same thing that happened. They made it blood. But anyway, make we hear the opinion of Madam Juliet. What do you think about this wuru where they go on with INEC?
Yeah, thank you. As you talk on the wuru way they go on is a very terrible one. You see, and thank God, you see, God is fighting our case one way or the other. A new Nigeria is possible. It go dey possible for Peter Obi. It go dey possible for that Enugu and all those other places where they don't steal Labour Party's votes. It go dey possible. By God's grace, a new Nigeria is possible. I still believe in a new Nigeria because we are getting there. So talking about this case in Enugu, you can see it now. It's crystal clear. Say INEC is a disgraceful body. You understand? INEC, I dey blame INEC for so many things. I blame INEC. I blame Mahmood Yakubu because he is the chairman. And this Festus Okoye is the second to Mahmood. So these people need to put this organization in order, but they couldn't do that. And not them be the cause of this mess. Even if they want to give you money, whatever it is they want to use to bribe you, can't you say no, enough is enough? Because of the people, because of Nigerians, and because of your country, Nigeria. Because the work you are doing, they still pay you for it. This election you did, they collected a big amount of money for this election. Over 350 billion naira. I'm not sure they finish everything. They still have money. So why did they put this country in a big mess? That is what I don't feel understand, honestly. So, like as it is now, is there? They don't close the case now. Let's wait how they will defend their case. Just like we waited for them to defend their case in the presidential tribunal, and they mess up with it, and now they are coming with all sorts of rubbish for the redress. And we are still waiting for them now to come and defend their case there in Enugu. How are they going to defend it? That this thing that is so clear now. Thank God that what the court ordered, they brought it to court today. And they've seen it. They presented it, and everything is there. So let's see how they are going to defend it now, and see if the judiciary will not see through the lies they are going to make on that day when they are doing their defending. And in fact, I just pray that the judiciary should do the right thing. They should have a heart. Nigeria is bleeding already. We are sinking lower and lower every day. They should have a heart and do the right thing. Is it not Tinubu that said they should let the poor breathe? The judiciary should let Nigerians breathe by doing the right thing. I'm begging them. I know Nigerians are begging them because we are tired of all these funny excuses wey we dey hear for court. At the end of the day, they won't use technicalities. They say they're on the right path. Or which kind of excuse are they going to give at the end of the day? Which is unbearable to us. We don't know how to put it anyway. It's so confusing and so disastrous anyway. But then we are still begging the judiciary to do the right thing. That is just it.
Judiciary. We believe that the judiciary will do the right thing, especially on the presidential, that a lot of procedures were broken, because we know say now the process now with the challenge, the outcome don't already come. Now that very process we no pure at all. Even this Enugu now where would they talk? The major thing be the certificate forgery for this governor where they there now. And that man, he go begin the pack in kaya, they come out from there. Everything where in the do there now as governor is null and void. Now, so if the right thing is done, I know. And that very right thing, now the thing where PO talk when he did for Abuja, he said, in the next Nigeria, which is the new Nigeria, you will not be a leader unless you attended a school, unless you know your classmates, unless you have a good certificate, whereby if you bring your certificate, nobody will doubt you. Now so PO take talk. Make we hear as PO take talk. Yes.
Please know that the only certificate the only capital, the only thing you need is good education, which will mold a good character, remain a good person, remain a disciplined person, remain truthful, always do the right things. It is easy to say that if you do the wrong thing, you get where. It's easy to say that only bad people succeed in Nigeria. But please, do not be part of them. That is what we are trying to change. Remain with your classmates, because I can tell you, in the next Nigeria, you will not be a leader unless you've attended a school, unless people know your classmates, unless you have good certificates. We want to change it. So people will say, I want to pay SETA, and they will say, yes, he was in class with this person, this person, this person, and he will be celebrated. And you bring your certificate, nobody will doubt it. Because you want to pay SETA. We want you to go to universities. And parents, thank you for sending your children to this school. Thank you for being there. It is not easy to educate children today. It is a difficult thing. Often a time, your choice between how to feed and how to pay even the little school fees is difficult. Especially in a difficult place now where nobody knows who is poor and who is rich. I was telling my people that we need to go and find how they roll for this 8,000, because we have names of people that will add there. Because even those that are paid like teachers, they need that 8,000 to augment, because everybody is now poor in Nigeria. But I assure you, parents, your investment is not in vain. Investment in education is the most valuable investment you can do.
I don't hear investment in education is a very good one. You can have 200 million out of school children, I mean 20 million out of school children, and think of development tomorrow. We must have to invest in education today. Now, so PO take talk am. It talk plenty other things. We be say time if no permit us to deal with. But obedience worldwide, he expressed that there is hope, that the hope is alive, that he believes in the judiciary, that the judiciary will do the right thing, and it is in the judiciary we trust. Now, as we want round up, I go say, wetin you fit do for P2B at this very point, and for other obedience, now to share this video, now to like the video, make other people for hear how PO take talk about the new Nigeria and other things we in talk about. Make them hear about the hope where we get and about other cases where we say we just mentioned, like the one of Enugu and the one where the collation officer talk for Zamfara. Make una share them. If you dey here and you be obedient, you need to share it so that other people go get notification, make them know. Until tomorrow, we will come back again. We will bring plenty other things where our obedient worldwide, everywhere where they talk, both online, on the space, we will carry and come. And as they won't open this very tribunal again for different courts, we will come back again. We will bring what he did. The written address where we bring come yesterday, we will open them, because for inside that address, when I read them, you know, say na 40-something pages. When I read them, I can't find out, say, APC, that is Tinubu and Shetima's written address. Then talk say Tinubu gets 25% for 29 states, including FCT. My question be say, now where then go see FCT? Where then get 25% for FCT? Then they get another result where we know tomorrow when I come. I go open that very section. And other section for that their written address, where then they talk some things where no make sense at all. But we know say the judges wey dey for our presidential election tribunal, they no fit deceive them with that nonsense. But first, I go bring and make I show now, because them talk say seeing is believing. With that one, I go thank Juliet from UK wey join us today, and other obedience wey dey for Zoom wey be say their mic no fit open, wey be say them for talk. But tomorrow na another day, we go chook our mouth. Anybody wey be say wan join the show, make him just send WhatsApp message myself, or him go write am for comment section, put in number, we go reach am, make him for join us, do the conversation wey we dey do. This show na for everybody. Anybody wey be obedient, wey be say him wan join, him get better thing wey him wan talk, make every other, we go give hope to obedience. We go bring and come. We go hear from the person. He go join us. Thank you. Today, we be saying na Sunday, wherever on a day, whether na morning or na afternoon or na evening, I greet una. May God be with una. So, Madam Juliet, we thank you for being on this show. Until tomorrow, bye for now.